and upendo. He was ordained to be a minister in 1991. He has gone through a lot of education experience. He's our alma mater because in 1978 to 82, he was here at BUGEMA University studying his diploma in theology. And after that, he proceeded to Spicer Memorial College in India to study his bachelor's degree in religion and psychology. And in 1984 to 86, he did his master's in education psychology at Pune University. Also did another master after that in education administration and supervision at Andrews University. He has been working at the General Conference at the present, but he has also previously worked as the president of our East African division based in Kenya, Nairobi. He also worked as the president in the Tanzanian Union Mission and also president in the Tanzanian East Tanzanian Conference. He has served several offices before that. He is a man who is very much interested in reading, photography, music, basic electronics, mechanics, swimming, walking, mountain climbing, cycling, volleyball, football, and others. For the sake of time, allow me just to say that little about him. We welcome you, Professor Dr. Geoffrey Mbwana from the Advanced Church Headquarters in Maryland, USA. May God bless you as you talk to us.
Seconds speech today, it would surely be to pour my warm, heartfelt congratulations to you, the graduates of 2021 class. Yes, you made it. What you dreamt of and worked for so diligently over years is now a reality. You are rightly marking this day with much gusto, passion, and celebration. Soon hereafter, you will proudly receive your diploma. I wish you well. Based on the experience of those who have been where you are sitting today, I will faithfully remind you that after all the celebration is done, and a few days of 1,000,000 congratulations from family and friends are past, dust will settle. At a certain point, you most likely will find yourself to be kind of alone, reflecting on what has just transpired. You will pick the decorated piece of paper, your precious diploma, and this question will most likely haunt you. What does this paper mean? What does it actually say to me now? If that happens to you, don't feel bad about it. It is actually a good thing. That will be the first test that will come to you after your graduation. You've got to pass that test to be successful in entering into the next phase of pursuing your dream. If you will be honest to yourself, and if you are truly educated, you will realize you have not as yet attained to your dream. However, that should not discourage you. It has not been a waste of time, energy, and resources, because most probably you have achieved one very important step towards achieving your dream. Therefore, this moment of your current feat is not the time to drop ball, to lay down your tools and breathe a deep sigh of relief as though you have arrived. For if you do that, there is reason to doubt whether you are truly educated. At the time when education has become both commercialized and politicized, this is a real possibility. We see it. But I am sure BUGEMA is not one of those institutions that has fallen prey to this deplorable trend of our times. I say so because I am a product of BUGEMA and have met many men and women of prominence all around the world who are graduates of this same institution, who proudly testify to the usefulness of the kind of education they have received. Truly, you are on your way to achieve your dream, and you have this assurance to yourself. If you made it this far, indeed you can make it to your dreams. Just brace yourself up. The very choice of your theme and motto, from zero to hero, it is possible, reflects that what I have just cautioned. For after all, being a hero is not a one-time sport event, but a continuous process. So, keep going. At your invitation, I have chosen to celebrate your graduation with you by sharing few thoughts that may be helpful as you pursue the end of your choice, from zero to hero. When I first read the theme, it seemed to carry a tone of arrogance, especially because of the extremes you opted for, zero to hero. That is a long, strenuous journey to make in a lifetime. The arrogance of defeating the hurdles and hardships that lay on your way to heroism is certainly no small thing to conquer. Yours is therefore a ferocious ambition to become, ultimately, heroes and heroines. With this kind of choice, one has to be fully armed with faith and hope. You have articulated your intent, your aspiration, and identified your destination with confidence. This is commendable, especially if you will persistently keep this in mind, that dreams are exciting, giving you a sense of elation, but they can give you fake, deceitful feelings of accomplishment as well. The truth is this: a dream is nothing else but just a dream. Don't fall prey to a lifetime of being nothing else but a dreamer. Also, it is much easier to dream than to live a dream, to dream than to become the dream. Whereas identifying a vision is exciting in itself, the real test is in being able to create an intelligent, I repeat again, an intelligent strategy, and then to pursue it wholeheartedly, allowing nothing to deter or interrupt your path to a full realization of your dream. Please remember that in the journeys of life, many don't go far. Some never start. Others who start end up midway. There is a clear evidence all around us that true success is often by a few individuals who clung to the values necessary for such a journey of success. And if you are asking, what is the reason for such differences among individuals in pursuit of their dreams, the answer is this: commitment, commitment, commitment. As for you, you must pinch yourself awake and faithfully ask yourself this question: am I really committed to pursue diligently what it takes to be a hero? When Joshua challenged the Israelites, as recorded in the Bible, choose you this day whom you will serve, but as for me and my house, said Joshua, we will serve the Lord. The people responded almost spontaneously and shouted, we will serve the Lord. Amazingly, Joshua lifted his voice and said to the people, you cannot serve the Lord. I suppose Joshua was challenging them that it is easier said than done. Therefore, I ask you today, so you want to be heroes? Well, like Joshua, I'll challenge you. No, you can't be heroes. Only God can and will make you heroes. That is, if you choose to stay with him. Who is a hero anyway? I hope none of you are equating heroism to fame, glamour, glory, celebrity, grandeur, praise, or majesty. The kind of things that many today are pursuing for vigorously and at any cost. These are different things from heroism. Heroes may or may not enjoy them, but that is not what motivates heroes. Heroism is solidly based on principle than on the kind of response, including accolades, it may or may not receive from anyone. True heroes are not driven or remote controlled by others. Rather, they inspire people to higher values of life and therefore serve as admirable models for life in our communities. They are not heroes because of fame and glory. They receive fame and glory because they are heroes. Oftentimes, true heroes do not brag about it, giving credit to others and God for their achievement. A hero is a person who has made noble and or brave accomplishments, according to Merriam Online Dictionary. The word hero comes to us from the Greek word heros, meaning protector. A hero is someone who gives of himself, often putting his own life at risk for the greater good of others. I'll be quick to say the word hero is far too often applied these days without much thought and therefore misapplied. True heroism, according to Arthur Ashe, an American professional tennis player, is remarkably sober, very undramatic. It is not the urge to surpass all others at whatever cost, but the urge to serve others at whatever cost. Heroes are about service. Heroism, therefore, is not self-centered, self-oriented, as it is other-oriented. It aims at helping others to be successful. Heroism is not about ease and comfort as it is about hard work and sacrifice, thinking more about the welfare of others even at the expense of oneself. Heroism is not embroiled in selfishness. It is not self-serving, not self-protecting, but more protecting of others. A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself, according to Joseph Campbell, an American professor of literature. It doesn't take a hero to order men into battle, said General Norman Schwarzkopf in the United States Army. It takes a hero to be one of those men who goes into battle. Heroes are men and women of action, always on the front line. In short, therefore, heroism means doing the right thing regardless of the consequences. I love that, as spelled out by Brandon Mull, an American author. What stuff are heroes actually made of? The true bricks of heroism include admirable values of bravery, conviction, courage, determination, helpfulness, honesty, inspiration, moral integrity, resolve, commitment, discipline, self-sacrifice, endurance, willingness to protect rather than to exploit others, respect, and love for humanity. Doesn't that sound like what is very familiar to BUGEMA graduates by now, that the greatest want of the world is the want of men and women who will not be bought or sold, men who in their inmost souls are true and honest, men who do not fear to call sin by its right name, men whose conscience is as true to duty as the needle to the pole, men who will stand for the right though the heavens fall. Ladies and gentlemen, heroes are not a people who swim with the current. Rather, they have this unique quality of swimming against the current, which often at times causes them to lead a lonely journey. They abhor political correctness and choose to stand by principles, having the fortitude it takes to stand for what they believe to be right. And you know what? To me, real heroes, true lasting heroes, are those who have the fear of God in them. Hence, depending on God as their only source of strength, courage, and wisdom. One of the worries traditional graduates often have is as to whether they will get employment or not. Most of you are asking, are there employment opportunities for me out there? If indeed you have chosen the path of heroism, that is a wrong question to ask. Those pursuing heroism ask, what is my place out there? Please note that you are graduating at a time of global desperation, where inspiration is badly needed. Hope has become a rare commodity. The world is swimming in muddy waters with monsters like corruption, poverty, environment pollution, human rights issues, terrorism, armed conflicts, climate change, epidemics, unemployment, global economic turmoils, globalization issues, conflicts, human migration, political and civil unrest, hunger, floods, droughts, earthquakes, storms, including hurricanes and tornadoes, heat waves, food security, overpopulation, deforestation, technical disruption, and its impact upon humanity. Think of immigration stresses, homelessness, ethnic tension, of civil rights and racial discrimination, healthcare issues, gender inequality, child and spouse abuse, increasing inequality of wealth and income globally, drugs, free-floating guns, prostitution, and the list is far much longer than I have a time to enumerate here. And above it all, in an era of moral decadence and a rejection of authority, which has led to rejection of God, leading to issues like the whole subject of identities and the changing norms in society, there is a great need. All these global challenges and many others not listed present huge opportunities that cry out for heroes who will tackle them head on to serve and save humanity. Heroes amongst you graduates, whether employed or not, are already finding their place on any or some of these issues that cowards call challenges, but heroes like you call them opportunities. As they live here, they will fearlessly take their place and engage, sort of taking the bull by the horn. The entire globe is ripe with unlimited opportunities for those who aspire to be heroes. There is no deficit whatsoever of opportunities for you to become engaged. Don't live here to sit on the fences, watching or waiting for someone to call or send you or even employ you. Find your place, rise up to the occasion and do it. Heroes, if they don't find a job, they create it for themselves and others. For heroes are not necessarily troublemakers and idlers. They are all about solutions to humanity problems. So don't talk about heroes. Be one yourself. And please be reminded, hard times or hardships don't create heroes. No, not at all. It is during the hard times when hero within you, within us, is revealed, said Bob Riley, an American politician. Well, how then do I become a hero, you ask? You chose for the key text the story of David's anointing. 1 Samuel chapter 16 verses 11 to 12. God was completely done with King Saul. He had been declared a fool for failing to depend on God. Prophet Samuel was sent by God to Jesse's family where God would appoint a king. Samuel, though a prophet, was very human like the rest of us. He went on this important mission wearing a human garb of experience, looking for outer impressive qualities of stature, including height, mass of frame, countenance, body frame, a commanding voice, and the like. As each of the 7 sons came and went, because God had not chosen them. And for this the Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Wow! Things of the heart. That's what heroes are made of. The one whom parents and possibly everyone ruled out as a misfit, David, because he was just a boy, was the one God had in mind. Paul's counsel to young Timothy is very relevant to even you graduates today. Let no one despise your youth, but rise up and be an example. Rise up and be an example. You know, David was but a teenager. Some scholars put it his age at 10 to 15. Others put it 16 to 20. For sure, he was below 20 because he couldn't be enlisted into the Israelite army because he was underage. So he was that age when God picked on him for anointment as a king. He hadn't garnered much experience beyond what that of a simple shepherd boy. But from his life story, we gather that whatever he had determined to do, he was thorough. Whether using his sling, his hands, his writing skills, his battle skills, and the leadership acumen, he was set to do the best. Why did God choose on David? You ask the question. The answer is already given in the key text. Because the Lord looketh on the heart. He does not look and focus on the outward, but the very root of our being. What are the things inside you, the values inside you that guide your life? You know, the 7 were not chosen because the spirit of prophecy says they were proud, self-centered, self-confident. David, on the other hand, was marked with simplicity and sincerity of heart. He had thoughts of being little, simple, and unimportant as opposed to grandeur and pride, the arrogance I was talking about. David could be trained, could be instructed. God could make him what he wanted a king of Israel to be. He was trainable. Note, it is not the accomplishments or achievements that make one a hero. Rather, it is those inner qualities which lead heroes to make extraordinary accomplishments. Yes, God does not work with those arrogant in heart, those who think highly of themselves. God works with especially the talented, the skilled, the educated, who are but humble, simple, and unassuming. David had the fear of God in him. It is in the name and power of this God whom he trusted that he clubbed the bear, that he tore apart the mouth of a lion, that he swung his sling and struck the giant Goliath, who had defied and caused all the Israelite armies, men of war, to tremble, immobilized and unable to respond to the challenges that this defiant giant had made. But David was also large-hearted. When opportunity availed for him to strike King Saul dead, he could only say, "Touch not the anointed of the Lord." There are 4 great qualities of David that let me mention quickly.